What's up, everyone? My name is Troy from TechGamesEtc, and let's talk about this whole PlayStation Experience Conference and how I believe greatness never came. But before I start, if you didn't see my last video where I give my impressions of the first 15 minutes of gameplay of Dying Light and how I think the excitement died, you can go ahead, look in the description box below for a link to that video. Now let's get started. Now this is going to be a quick question to all y'all PlayStation fans out there. Not PlayStation fanboys who agree with anything Sony does. Sony is always right, blah this, blah that. But true fans who are not biased. Let me ask you one question. During this PlayStation Experience Conference, what happened in this conference that gave you reassurance that 2015 is going to be the greatest year for PlayStation owners? I really didn't see anything. Now let's go through some of the things that I did see. And throughout this whole video, I'm going to give credit when credit is due. But overall, my mentality is greatness never came. And I also got to give y'all a guarantee that this is not a troll video at all. I'm giving you my straight, honest opinion of this conference. Now let's get started. Now, the PlayStation Experience Conference wrapped up, on Saturday? Now, I thought it was going to be like a multi-day thing, like a 3-day conference. I would have had this video up sooner. But from what I came away with, I don't believe 2015 is any excitement at all. Let's go through some of the big titles that I did see, and I'll also give credit when credit is due, like I said before. But I'll also question some of these things. Now let's talk about Uncharted 4. Uncharted 4 was revealed. They did a little trailer. I think it was like 10-15 minutes. For the first 6 minutes, nothing was really happening. And all of a sudden, Nathan Drake encountered some enemies. He used his whip, whoop-de-doo. But his brother was revealed in this trailer. Throughout this whole trailer, there was nothing really exciting about it. There are just some things I just expect. I expected Uncharted 4. That's what I expect. So that wasn't really something surprising. Now, they're saying the whole God of War announcement, that is confirmed in development. That was already coming down the pipeline. We already knew some type of sequel of God of War was coming out. Now they're speculating, IGN is speculating, that they may reboot the franchise. How can you reboot a franchise when it's based off of him killing gods? So you're going to reboot again and he's going to kill the gods all over again? I think one of the titles that's really on this last leg is God of War. I don't think they can go anywhere else with this story to make it more interesting. And that's just my honest opinion. We had Ascension, which was pretty much, I'll say, a prequel to everything else. And that's just pretty much it. Where else can it go with this franchise? I think the last franchise Sony has is Uncharted 4. And judging by Uncharted 4, I hope they do something really good. Now, Bloodborne was actually revealed. The co-op of Bloodborne was actually revealed. I like the co-op of what I saw, but I'm going to sum it up after I talk about the last big announcement, and I'm going to sum up everything of what I believe 2004's biggest hurdle is going to be. But let's just talk about Bloodborne co-op. I like what I saw with the Bloodborne co-op. I like what I saw with the animations. It reminds me so much of Dark Souls. Will I be getting it? Personally, no. But I do give credit when credit is due. What I saw with the co-op, I liked what I saw. I like the animations. I love the monsters. I love the hacking and slashing. So let's get to the biggest announcement of all, and why I believe it was really pointless to spend their money on trying to get this exclusive. Street Fighter V was announced as a PC only and PlayStation 4 only game. Now the rumor mill has it where Street Fighter V was only possible through the funding of Sony. If Sony did not fund it, Street Fighter V wouldn't be a possibility. That's what the rumors and the speculation going around. I believe that Sony was fighting over scraps when it came to Street Fighter V. Now, I know that Street Fighter V is big. Don't get me wrong. But in the American market, I don't believe Street Fighter is that system seller where people be like, some people will buy it just to play it. Don't get me wrong. But we're dealing with Capcom here. So what other versions of Street Fighter V are all like Street Fighter V Ultimate, Street Fighter V Ultimate with a twist of lime? You don't know what other sequels they're gonna have under the Street Fighter V brand, and is it just gonna be exclusive to PlayStation 4? Like fighting games to me outside of the US is probably strong, like Japan. But I don't know why would they have an exclusive in here in Japan when PlayStation 4 is outselling Xbox One like hand over fist all the time. So I believe they're fighting over scraps when it comes to this. This franchise, I really do. Now, if they said they had the exclusive rights to Grand Theft Auto 6, that would have been something that was like, oh my gosh, that would be system selling all across the board in the UK, Europe, whatever, in America, whatever. But Street Fighter V is one of those things where they're fighting over scraps. Enough said. Now, this is one of my biggest things that I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna hashtag this thing. Will it work in 2015? Sony never really acknowledged the issues that plague these next-gen consoles. Now, I didn't watch the keynote address because IGN summed up everything of what was announced, what's coming down the pipeline. So I didn't feel the need to watch the keynote hour-long presentation. I really didn't care for it. But did they ever acknowledge the issues that plagued these AAA titles, plagued the online experiences? What about the games that came out that were buggy, glitchy, not reliable? Did they even talk about that? See, I'm gonna hashtag this. Will it work in 2015? When I put $60 down, take a day off from work to play a video game, will it work in 2015? Will there be issues? Will there be any bugs? Let's acknowledge the biggest elephant in the room of how next gen is very broken, very unreliable. Now, y'all may be saying, well, Troy, what did you want to hear from this PlayStation experience? I would definitely let you know. These are my top 4 or 5 things that I should have heard during this PlayStation experience. Let's talk about the things that matter. First of all, I would like to have an apology for me spending $400, $300, whatever it cost to get this PS4, and it was just a terrible year to be a PlayStation owner. Second, let's talk about having dedicated servers for every game that comes out online on a PlayStation network. Number 3, let's talk about better security. It seems like every time you turn on IGN or other video game sites, it's like PlayStation Network is going down for either maintenance or they're being attacked, it's being unreliable. Let's talk about that. Number 4, 3-week early access to online portions of video games before they launch. 3-week access. 3-week access. What does that mean? If any game comes out on the PlayStation Network, we have, and then it's an online game, PlayStation Network game, we have a 3-week early access to that game to make sure it launches correctly, has no bugs, has no issues, has no lag, and things like that. And when you do play it up to those 3 weeks, they shut it down, and whatever you did play can transfer over to the purchases you made. What am I at? 1, 2, what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm on 6. Let's talk about the next one. Being able to record your teammates like in the old PlayStation 3. Like, I love PlayStation 3 for the fact of I can record my teammates without using a PlayStation camera also using my headphones as well. I don't think they have that feature like they did in the PlayStation 3 era. The next one, let's talk about opening up to the modding community. I would love for PlayStation to say, hey, PC community, not just PC community, but have a way where modding can be a part of the experience. Whether it's on a Battlefield game, whether it's on a Call of Duty game, and I understand the developers, EA, Activision, things like that, having access to modding, like modding new maps, map editors, new features, and things like that. And lastly, having cross-platform with Xbox One. If they're doing it with PC with Street Fighter V, why not have cross-platform with Xbox One? Have an alliance that you partner with Xbox One, having cross-platform, so all y'all can work on having security for your servers, having dedicated servers, being able to play people on PlayStation, Xbox One, vice versa, whatever. This is something I was really looking forward to as far as something newsworthy, showing that when I made this purchase, it was something great, something wonderful. But as of right now, the PlayStation experience is a joke. And I'm sorry to say that greatness never came with the PlayStation 4. So there y'all go, man. There y'all have it. Let me know in the comment section, what do y'all think about this? Do you think this conference was worthwhile, or do you not think that? Go ahead, leave your comment section in the comment section below. And there y'all go. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw today, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. It really helps out a lot. So I'll see you later. Bye bye.